So, Jeff Traylor and the UTSA Roadrunners are headed to the Bay to play South Florida Bulls. Now, this is going to be an interesting game, especially after what the UTSA Roadrunners just did to the Tulane Green Wave. You know, the whole birds up situation. But South Florida Bulls are probably angry that they lost to Memphis. They're probably looking at this entire situation of they need to finish out the season just to make it to the championship game because yes, power rankings wise, if you look at the talent, if you look at neutral site thought processes, they are still the best team in the AAC. But Memphis has got the lead because they beat South Florida, even though they also lost to UAB. So let's take a look at what this game's going to be because it looks like it's going to be a really good game because UTSA can do some scoring, which can make them very dangerous, and they also have a not bad defense. So, if you like AAC football, if you like college football, if you like college sports, hit like, hit subscribe because Redneck Sports. Make sure you hear the statistics and hear the right way to look at these games. Now, let's get into it.
Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video, and I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at the University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Nealon. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there.
Now, since Jeff Traylor and the Roadrunners are visiting, let's go into their numbers. Owen McCown is the QB1. 168 of 249, 1,680 yards through the air, has thrown 17 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, been sacked 9 times. Now, yes, one wide receiver and QB2 have thrown touchdowns, so they've got 19 through the air. Robert Henry Jr.'s got 120 carries, 955 yards, 9 touchdowns, got a 76-yard long run. He's got an 8-yard average. Really good dude. Will Henderson, 62 carries, 391 yards, 6.3 yards carry, 3 touchdowns. Amari Peterson's got a touchdown. Patrick Overmeyer's got a touchdown. 14 touchdowns on the ground. 19 through the air. Devin McCune's leading receiver, 43 catches, 460 yards, 52-yard long run, 6 touchdowns. A.J. Wilson's got 3. David Amador's got 2. Houston Thomas has got 1. Robert Henry's got 2, as does DJ Allen. Dan Dishman, Patrick Overmeyer, Will Henderson. So they've got a really good weapon class under. They've got a really good quiver under them. They got 14 sacks on opposing quarterbacks. Not that good. 35 pass deflections though. 7 interceptions. 1 that got returned for a touchdown. 7 forced fumbles. 4 fumble recoveries. Shad Bank's got 51 tackles. 1 sack. 2 interceptions. 1 forced fumble. 2 fumble recoveries. Jimmy Wyrick, safety, 40 tackles, 6 pass deflections, 2 fumble recoveries. Yeah, that defense, other than that they can't get to the opposing quarterback all that often, is good. Now, penalties, 66 penalties, 572 yards, 71 penalty yards a game. Not that disciplined, but they can score. They've got a good secondary defense. They've got a good shot at stripping the ball. They just need their offensive line to hold, and they need their defensive line to step up, and they need to be a little bit more disciplined in this game. I think this is a dangerous team anywhere. Now, Alex Golesh is South Florida Bulls. 154 of 245 for Byron Brown. 1,964 yards through the air. 62.9% completion rate. 13 sacks, but he's got 17 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, pardon me. So, looks a little bit worse. Gaston Moore hasn't thrown a touchdown, but Lachlan Hewitt and Christian Neptune have. Now, Byron Brown's got 120 carries, 596 yards, got 8 touchdowns. Sam Franklin, 4 touchdowns. Nakahi Davenport's got 3 touchdowns. Tavius Norton's got 2, but he's going to be out because of injury. Cole Skinner's an offensive lineman's got 2 touchdowns. So 19 on the ground, 19 through the air. Chaz Nimrod, 23 for 466, 3 touchdowns. Keshawn Singleton, 3 touchdowns. Jeremiah Coger, 5 touchdowns. Every time I see that, I want to. But Christian Neptune's got 1 touchdown. Medea Rubin's got 1 touchdown. Wyatt Sullivan 1. Jonathan Eccles has got 3. Joshua Porter's got 1. And Evan Dangler's got 1. So 19 and 19. That's pretty darn good. Now they got 19 sacks on opposing quarterbacks. Getting a little bit better, but not by much. 26 pass deflections, but 10 interceptions. They've got 1 that they've returned back, 9 forced fumbles, 7 fumble recoveries. A little bit better defense. Leading tackler is Mac Harris. 69 tackles, 5.5 sacks, got an interception that he returned back 93 yards for the touchdown, 3 forced fumbles. So that man's doing a lot of work. Jalen Schuler. Matter of fact, let's look at this real quick. Mac Harris, this feller is in his last year. This is his last year. This man should go to a pro team. Jalen Schuler, 64 tackles, 1 sack, 7 pass deflections, 1 interception. He returned that for 31 yards, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. Jalen Schuler, this defense is working overtime. Oh, and by the way, he has 1 more year of eligibility at least. So he might get picked up for his last year somewhere else if he doesn't stay. Tavin Ward, 46 tackles, 2 pass deflections. This is a hard-working defense. Oh, and penalties. 53 for 510, 63 yards a game. Little bit better than UTSA, but not by much. They need to have some discipline in this game, too. So here's a team, little bit better at scoring, so they can get into a shootout. Little bit better defense than UTSA. But you saw what they did when they went to North Texas. Okay, they had their problems at Memphis. They had their problems at Miami. But this is still a really good team that's really scary. That's what you're looking at. Look, both these teams have got injuries that they've got to contend with. Both these teams are wanting to do far better than they've done already. Now, South Florida is 6-2. They're going to a bowl game. UTSA is 4-4. They got to fight for a road game, and their schedule is South Florida, Charlotte, Army, and East Carolina. They've got at least 1 more win, maybe 2. And East Carolina, could be a little bit weaker than Tulane in a lot of ways, whereas South Florida has got UTSA, Navy, UAB, and Rice. Now, I'm looking at this schedule. South Florida's got a really good shot at going undefeated the rest of the last 4 games. Yes, they've got 2 losses, but this will put them back into contention for the championship title. UTSA, they're going to be struggling to get a bowl game. This game could mean a whole lot. Even if they don't win it, it could show their team, hey, they can fight against the top team. This could get them the push to beat either Army or East Carolina. Charlotte, unfortunately, has Tim Albin. I know that poor man's got to be pulling out every hair out of his body. But Owen McCown's a good player. Robert Henry, really good player. You've got some good folks on this team that folks should be looking at. Jeff Traylor has done a lot of good in getting this team rehabilitated to the point where they should be something interesting. UTS Owen McCown was originally at Colorado. He was one of the ones that was let go. He's still got another year of eligibility, and he's turned into a really good quarterback. Robert Henry, hey, he's still got 2 years of eligibility after this one. So you may be hearing about some of these folks at other schools if the price is right. That's what you're looking at here. South Florida will most likely win this game unless something just snapped inside of them and they have a complete meltdown. This is going to be a win for them. Jeff Traylor needs to have this team fighting, though, the entire game. If they fight the entire game, I'll tell you this much. I can see them taking on East Carolina and winning. I can see them taking on Army and winning. So, yeah, I can see them becoming bowl eligible if they show some fight in this one. Heck, they could come in and do a surprise, but I doubt it. South Florida is probably still angry over the Memphis game. Alex Golesh doesn't like these kinds of situations, so he's going to be not necessarily upset, but looking at it like, yeah, we're not playing any more games. And I'm not meaning as in they're not going to play football. I'm meaning they're not going to play any more screw-around games after that Memphis loss. So that is probably what you're going to see in this game. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.